I wouldn't mind showing you some of this body cam footage while you're on the phone if you have time. Do you have time?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, and then...
Okay, let's go to the body cam footage. All right, the first thing we're going to watch is the first officer comes in. Yeah, so this is her arriving on scene. There's no audio at first, but I had not seen this portion of the video, and I just wanted to show it because we haven't seen it. This portion was cut out of her getting on scene and everything. So see, one thing I noticed is that she's the very first one to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Oh, fire rescue got there first.
Yeah, fire rescue was there before her. So I noted that.
Yep. It's 607, so it's going to be turned over to you guys. Yep.
Listen to what he says to her when she gets out of the car.
He was last seen last night, so...
You could get all your guys out of there?
What's that?
You could get everything out of
wrapping
there?
up getting info. If you got a clipboard, I'll get you all your names and stuff.
Oh, yes, thank you.
He said he was last seen last night, is what he said. I had to play that a couple of times over and over to kind of, because I was like, what did he say? But I guess he's going by what Sarah said, which technically she did see him last night.
That's a weird thing to say, though, isn't it?
Not really. I don't know.
I mean, he was last seen last night. It would indicate to me that somebody was missing.
But, you got to remember, some of these paramedics that come on scene, they don't know the whole story yet. So they're just, like, trying to fill in the gaps.
True.
I don't know. Yeah, I just thought that was weird. And then let me pull up the next video I want to show you, which is from the other cop, which we didn't see a lot of his. I didn't see a lot of his. This is the cop that was standing by the door a lot, like while she was trying to get water. Remember him standing there by the door? He's also the one that put up the crime scene tape. This is him right here. He's not overly friendly. But of course, Sarah talks his ear off. And I had not seen this before. I don't know how. I think I've seen pieces of it, but not the whole thing. So I thought we could watch this together. So he gets there second. I can't say that for sure. I didn't look at the timestamps, but I'm assuming the other one got there before he did because his car wasn't there when she pulled in. Yeah, there's her car. Poor Brian. So George is still in there, so they're going to redact some of it. So let me just scream a little bit forward.
You live here too, sir?
No, sir. I live down the street. This is my ex-wife. She called me when...
Okay, did you go in there?
I walked right inside, and then I came back out, and I waited out here, because I didn't really want to be inside.
All right.
Can I speed this up? I don't know how to. He's just he's getting crime scene tape out of his car. He's just about as organized as I am. Look how messy he is.
You should see the state of my home. It's embarrassing.
Now, see, this is the part where I didn't hear a lot of this, I don't think. I didn't remember it.
May I please have some water?
From where?
I'll drink from the spigot right here. I really need water. Like, I really need water, please.
Where's the spigot at? Yeah, that's fine.
She's such an idiot.
Are you guys serious? Like, this is really bad. Just from playing hide and seek.
This is protocol, man. We have to follow.
Did you hear what she said? She said, "Are you guys serious? This is really bad. We were just playing hide and seek."
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or does she come across as just really strange sitting there like that? Is it?
Ma'am, is any of these vehicles yours? Is this
Mine. My dogs are in there too. I just don't want him to get out.
He's fine. He ain't
I
going
had two of
nowhere.
them.
Okay.
The whole thing's weird. I don't know.
I mean, of course, I don't know what you do in that situation, but
How about this one? This one here?
I walked inside the front.
Well, you'll notice that the police never think that a person's response is appropriate.
yeah, that's true. I mean, they had to, if you think about it, they had to make sure that Brian wasn't involved at the beginning. They had no idea that he wasn't.
Right.
But no, I don't think I.
That's fine.
Please, may I have some
All of a
water?
sudden, she's
You can have.
got to pick her son up from school. She doesn't normally do it. Maybe
I
once a
know.
week.
And did you notice in her interrogation, she said, I have all these things to do. I have to tend to Lucas.
Yeah, well, usually the way she does things when she talks about stuff, she's very specific, right? But
Mhm.
she can't think of all these things that she has to do, so she just kind of says, "Oh, well, I have all these things to do." You know what I mean?
Right. Mhm.
Like instead of naming out all the things she has to do, because she really doesn't. She really doesn't
Right.
have anything to do.
No, she has nothing to do.
Let me just go back just a smidgen. Try not to go back too far. We can listen to what she says because it's all about her. Her boyfriend's dead inside, and it's all about her.
Mhm.
My son up.
That's fine.
Please, may I have some water?
You can have some water from the spigot right here, ma'am. Come.
Can I get a glass out of the?
No, we can't touch anything out of that.
I really need water. I really
You
need
can
water.
scoop it up with your hand, ma'am. You'll be fine.
She's so fucking whiny.
Oh, Lord. Wow.
She's so classy.
Wow.
I remember doing that when I was young.
Oh, my God. I grew up in the
You're
country. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I'm the hose water generation.
but I just want to make note. She's 42 years old. She's 42 years old at the time of this.
Yeah.
Those stupid flip flops.
Did she just say I look like a dead woman? What did
Oh wait, I missed it. Hang on, let's see.
she just say? Did you hear that?
Wait, I'm going back
Something
again.
like a dead woman.
Yeah.
There.
Playing hide and seek.
And hide and seek. Something about. I need to take this video and put it in my captures and in my program and see if I can get it to pull it up under
Clear that.
captions. Now, I'm going to fast forward this because we've seen this up close and personal from the other cop's perspective. And I'm tired of watching this cop pick his nose. So
Okay. I had to edit 4 different
Yes, ma'am.
cameras from a nightclub for 6 hours. That was fun.
audio waves show up.
Mm.
It helps. It saves so much time. Close the door. Finally.
Can I ask you, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Check to make sure my dogs are underneath the table.
Your dog is still underneath the table there.
There's 2 of them.
Are they both the same colors or
Yes.
something? Yeah.
They're underneath the table.
They're hiding. One's deaf and one's blind.
Oh, bless their hearts. I hope Brian took the dogs.
I'm sure it was Brian's response. It ended up being his responsibility to take the dogs.
Well, you know Lucas was probably attached to him.
Could be, yeah.
I guess she can't get in her car because her keys are inside the house, so she can't sit in her car. But still, it's like...
Yeah, I mean, it is Florida. When was this? February of 2020? Oh, the weather wouldn't have been too bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. It's chilly enough for them to have a thing on her sweater on at first.
Yeah.
Until the sun started coming out. Of course, it was 1 p.m. So the sun was already out.
Is it okay if I get some more water?
It sounded like,
Sure,
I mean, you can hear it in their mics that it's windy.
Yeah. Is it okay if I get some more water? She's having... Okay, I just had a thought.
He has a cup in his car.
I'm going to back up again so we can pick up what she just said. But she just asked him, is it okay if I get some more water? Okay, I just want to make a note here. Remember when we were reading that whole Miranda thing, and it says if a suspect feels like if they feel like they're being detained, if they feel like they can't leave, then what is that called? What's the legal or the police terminology
Custodial.
for that? Yeah, so it's like if it's said in there that if the person feels like they cannot walk away or leave a scene, then they could be considered in custody.
Yeah.
I wonder if like this type of stuff right here is where James Owens is trying to go with that.
It's possible. Yeah. Okay. I can see where you're coming from on that. But also, I think it's just the straight A student needs to please is, oh shit, I'm in over my head. I don't know what I can and can't do showing up. You know, she's not a mastermind. But you're right.
No.
If you don't feel free to leave, you could believe that you're in custody.
But of course, somebody that let's rewind a little bit. Someone that didn't commit a crime may not feel like they have to ask permission like that. Someone that didn't commit a crime is not going to feel like their every move is going to be watched.
Right.
Maybe not.
That's a good point. I don't know. I've never murdered anyone. I can ask. I can ask some people I know.
Well, one time back in band camp, actually, I did. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let me go backwards a little bit. Okay.
Can I ask him if he has a cup in his car?
Do you have in your car? A drinking cup?
I don't care if it's dirty.
I swear the bra thing just really drives me nuts. Give that woman a bra.
I know.
Oh, he found a bottle of water somewhere. And he tossed it at her.
There's no feeling there for Sarah. She probably has a reputation with the sheriff's department there.
Well, that was Brian that just tossed it to her. I'm just kind of thinking Brian is, I feel like they probably married young and were friends and really probably never got further past the friendship. I bet she never really loved him.
Do not bite me.
I have a feeling she can't have feelings and care for people. Maybe her son.
I don't think she does. I think that
Supervisor's going to talk to you real quick.
I'll back it up again.
Detective.
I don't think she bonded with the kid. I don't think she bonded with the kid.
How could you bond with your child and still go on and do what she was doing? And then also, how could you miss time with your kid over a man? She's already got limited time with him. Okay, so she said, so what happens now? The behavior panel said here, they were saying, look, an innocent person is going to ask questions about the body. They're going to ask questions not of the body. They're just going to, did he suffer? They're not going to say what happens now. They might even say, am I a suspect? But she doesn't even say that. She thinks she is.
She's got no emotions. I mean, her affect is so flat. I'm sure she's shocked. I remember when I had a tragic situation, and I don't know that I was immediately crying because I think I was in shock, just like stunned. And maybe that's what's happening. But she doesn't show up in any video ever showing any sort of remorse or thoughts for George or concern. She's scared to tell his family because they want to kill her.
She's in fear for herself on all of this. There's no remorse. It's all about the way she feels about herself. And I'm kind of like, it goes back to that whole thing where I feel like she had a good 30 minutes where she found him at least 30 minutes before she called 911. She knew he was dead.
But she should have pulled herself together a little more. I mean, if that were me, I guess, and I was like, okay, well, he's dead. I guess it can wait to call 911. I'd go brush my teeth and put a bra on before I called.
Well, yeah, I would have called 911.
The water bottle.
When I got off no, actually, she was on the phone with 911 when they arrived. So, yeah I don't know.
On the phone.
But
I would have gathered myself to some extent, I guess.
Yeah, if you have all that time to lay in bed, you don't have time to go run up and put a bra. I know this is horrible. We're going to get so zapped in the chat for talking about this.
Oh my God.
But the bra thing is just really troubling me, okay? I can't help it. It just bothers me so bad.
I know. It shows our age, I think, maybe. Because I feel the same way.
Supervisor's going to talk to you real quick. And the detectives are going to get the particulars from you. And they'll take it from there. Yeah.
Can I ask
Hold on.
husband for a cigarette?
I'm sorry?
May you or may I ask my former husband for a cigarette?
Just stay put.
Now she wants a cigarette.
Yeah, was that for primary or?
She got her water. Now she wants to smoke. She's got to be comfortable.
Absolutely.
Will somebody be able to tell me what happened to him? Why?
I guess an autopsy will have to be performed after that. The medical examiner's going to come soon.
Medical comes too?
Yeah. Medical examiners?
Today?
Yeah.
Better put a banner up just in case. Oh, she didn't know the medical examiner was coming. Is she not? I'm telling you guys, she's not that bright.
I think she's still got some effects of alcohol in her. I don't know.
I think her brain stopped growing at 19.
Rich, can you get a check?
Simple.
Don't talk to anybody.
1330.
Oh, the apartment manager's over there.
He's like, just sit there and shut up.
Right? I need to go gossip. The apartment manager's over there. I need to go tell him I didn't do it. It was unintentional. It's not intentional. The apartment manager's walking up going, yep, I saw that coming a mile away.
Right?
I think that's a male apartment manager. I don't think that's a female. Tyler mentioned a male. I think she's going to say something. Tyler mentioned a male manager.
Did you already do your second interview with him?
No, I've got a bunch of questions in the chat from him though, in that community post I did.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna get all those together, and I've got some questions on my own too. I want to ask. I guess he's the one on scene guarding the body so she doesn't go inside. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, they have to keep a log of who comes in and out of the crime scene. So, and you'll see that show up in police reports a lot.
I got that today.
Yeah.
I don't know if my former husband was supposed to, but he walks in the back. Oh, I don't know.
See, there's the log.
Yep. What she said, I don't know, my former husband is what?
In the back or
Sleeping under
something.
So your backyard's not fenced? Okay. Because we put him in the backyard, and I guess he knew this.
I'm sorry?
Your dog, we thought the backyard was fenced.
Is our dogs are outside?
No, we have them contained.
One's deaf and one's blind.
Okay.
Right here, you see the ding on the door, which, in an apartment complex, there's always dings on the doors and stuff. Different people come and go from them, but they did note in the police report that there were some dings within the front door. This might be a little boring. I guess what I'll do is I'll trim it out if it is.
Okay. Have you noticed that Sarah has no friends?
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that early on.
Like, she's literally got absolutely nobody but Brian to call.
We know that she probably had people she was acquaintances with up at the bar that she hung up at, which I think the name was Muldoon's, but I'm not sure.
I think you're right.
But even the people she thought were her friends were not her friends. Because she has no self-awareness.
No.
You okay? What's wrong?
Like, I feel lightheaded.
You feel lightheaded?
Yeah. Like, is it good or bad if I lay down?
If you want to lay down, that's fine, man.
Is it good or bad if I lay down? What is that? Seriously, think about that. This is exactly what the behavioral panel was talking about. Who says that? Is it good or bad if I lay down?
She goes from like in trying to be in charge, right, with her letters. Like, think about that Sarah, as opposed to this Sarah.
Yeah, two different persons.
So weird, right?
Yeah, this shit's driving her crazy, not being in control of this whole situation right here.
I mean, she's at a loss for being in control here. But, listening to her letters as they get more and more, well, to use her word, snotty.
Yeah.
And to see her down here. It's so funny, too, because, she berated all of them. She got what she wanted, and now she's, like, frozen that it's coming. Watch out, Sarah. You're going to get what you asked for.
Is she ever?
Just keep drinking some water, okay?
She's hungover. She's not upset. She's hungover.
100%.
Yeah, it takes a little bit.
Just give her a pad and pen to keep her busy. She'll write some notes about how inefficient you guys are all being.
Oh my God.
Fill it up. Go ahead.
She could be in the police car going, can I go pee? I gotta go pee. I gotta use the bathroom.
She's like a child right now.
Yeah. But again, everything she's doing, she's asking him permission. She knows she's detained. This is where Owens is going, I think.
But she doesn't feel free to leave.
Yeah, because they've told her she can't go inside. So she's like, I really think this is where the argument's coming in. That she felt like she, of course, because she kind of was detained at this point, you know.
I think, yeah, I mean, where is she going to go? But yeah.
But all this is going to do, though, in my opinion, is not allow them to use this footage in court. It's not going to take away the footage of what the other cops did, right? After she was read her Mirandas.
Right. So what, even though you've gotten like big sections of video that may be cut up or redacted parts of it that come in at trial. And here's the sucky part. We won't know because
Yeah.
the cameras are not going to show that. We'll hear it. We can hear the audio, but we won't be able to see the video.
Oh, that's
Like
true.
we can see the officer who's testifying, but they won't show the actual video on screen.
All right, she was saying something right here, and I don't know what it was.
Sorry, I'll be quiet.
No, you weren't talking. It's okay. Maybe she wasn't.
In the medical examiner's office.
Like I talk to them?
Yeah.
I don't know if I talk to you or like I have like serious concerns. Like who do I talk to about that?
About what?
With his family.
Oh, she says, I don't know if I talk to you or I have serious concerns. Who do I talk to about that? And he said about what
Yeah.
his family. Those are her
I have
concerns.
serious concerns. Wow. Okay.
Concerns about her.
Herself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk to anybody. Just follow my instructions.
No, what do you mean?
Who do you want to talk to?
Like I have genuine concerns, especially with him having my son over here.
Okay.
I'm fearful of his family.
Why?
They don't like me. They have never liked me. It's a bad situation, especially with this now. So I want you to know, and I'm telling you, I have genuine concerns about his family.
Okay.
Like I am.
Well,
fearful.
are they close by or?
They're down the street.
Okay.
I'm telling you, personally, honestly, I am scared.
Did you see the video of his mom?
Hey, can you check
Little
yours?
feeble thing.
Check yours.
No.
She's a little feeble thing, and she said, I don't hate Sarah. That's what she said.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen it.
I think it was on News Nation.
So I don't know who to tell that to. But I wanted somebody to know.
Well, there's one of your dogs.
My dogs?
Stay right there.
Wait. What?
No, it's one of the dogs came out the back. She has two of them.
I have a deaf dog and a blind dog. Are they outside?
Is there any way we can secure them?
Martinez, are you on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's Tess. She's the deaf one. Where would you like us to put your dog? She'll go under the table.
No, she needs to be secured because obviously she's gotten out twice.
Can you take the dog? How is she getting out?
That's
is the door
what
open?
I'm asking. Is there a cage, a leash? Is there something?
I mean, I have a leash.
Can we get a leash and tie her up?
It's in the hall tree.
Aww.
One or two leashes, because you say you have two dogs?
Yes, Penny, just make sure that she's underneath the table and she won't go anywhere.
Okay.
But
You notice she's got more emotion about the dogs? Like you hear more in her voice about the dogs? Oh my God, my dogs?
Yeah. Not the boyfriend, the dogs. Which I would probably be the same way, but Yeah. I got a coffee cup that says I left my boyfriend because he was allergic to the cat.
Sounds about right.
I don't know if the rest of this is redacted. Oh, he's dealing with the dog. Oh, but did we get to see the little bubbies? Look at the little bubby.
Here's number 2.
Oh, little thing. Hang on. I love
Look
dogs.
at his ears back. Is he scared? I don't do dogs. I've got a cat.
I'm gonna tell you, a dog would be so freaked out because they dogs are all about having a pattern and having a timetable and knowing the people that come and go. I mean, a dog's literal, most of them, they have this instinct to protect their person. And yeah, this is all these people coming and going. It's freaking him out. Poor baby. And if one of them is deaf or blind, it's even more confusing.
You might want to tighten it up. She'd like to slip out.
The sweet little babies.
Man. Did I tighten it or loosen it?
I don't know.
Dude, you don't have to put the collar?
Looks like I loosened it.
I guess it's natural for them to be scared of dogs in a way, because they don't know which ones bite and which ones don't.
Uh-huh.
They have to be, not that they're scared, they have to be cautious. But that little thing ain't gonna bite. Look at her. She's so pretty.
Goodness.
You got it.
Aw, baby girl.
Let's go, girl.
Why can't Sarah have the dog?
I would have wanted to hold my dog. It would have been a you know, like a de-stressor or something. She doesn't even ask. Dogs were at the crime scene though, going in and out. That's not good. Is James Owen's going to jump on that? Just saying.
So, tell me please, like, who do I need to talk to about his family? Like I'm afraid to link you now.
I will wait. I will wait until the detectives come and talk to you, and you could discuss that with them. Okay?
Tell the detectives.
Yes. They should be here momentarily.
I'm feeling really weird.
I mean, it took us a while to get here because it's pretty far from where we normally work at. So they're coming from headquarters. That's the west side of town.
But they're on their way.
They're on their way.
No, they're
we don't know where we are exactly right now as far as the workload for the day, but they should be on their way.
Please don't have me stand up like that.
Okay.
By the way, did I tell you it was a good day? It's not a very good day today, is it? So his body is still there, laying in the floor.
Yeah, because Emmy hasn't come for it yet.
Yeah. I think that's what my partner suggested earlier.
But with the door open, you're letting heat in. Doesn't that affect the temperature of the body before the Emmy gets there?
I think at this point it probably doesn't matter, to be honest.
So you can stay out of the sun. I'm trying to stay out of the sun myself.
I mean, there's basically no question about who was there. You know, him and her.
Well, okay. What they don't know that at this point, though, do they? They don't know. I don't know. I bet you know that every defense attorney tears up the on-scene officers, so they'll probably tear them up. Mark, everything they did was wrong, you know. Now, this
Sometimes
part, I
it
believe
is.
we've seen. I believe we've seen this part, but I don't want to miss anything. So
It's fine.
can you hear me chewing?
No.
I'm snapping into a Slim Jim.
Eating like an inmate.
I am. I like these every now and then. That pillow right there in the door that's sitting on that coat rack, there was something on there. There was a stain or something that they ended up swabbing. And they thought that it was going to be something that they needed for evidence. I don't know what came of it, but it's part of the evidence. I've got that list. I can pull that up more time.
When the medical people come, will they have like a general idea of like what happened to him, like how he was attacked?
When what now?
I don't know what that one was.
Should we listen to it again?
Yeah,
We're almost at the end.
It's fine.
Something about when your medical people come.
Can I ask, when the medical people come, will they have like a general idea of like what happened to him, like how he was attacked?
She said, and this is also for the people that are listening. She said, when your medical people come, will they have a general idea of what happened to him, what caused his death? Is that what you picked out?
Yes.
And two, I want to point out that she said before she asked the question, she goes, "Can I ask you something?" So again, she's asking permission.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's amazing that she's asking what time it is, because the woman said before she doesn't work, she doesn't live by time, she never looks at the clock. But now she needs to know what time it is.
I know, it's so weird. I guess she's going to say something about Lucas in school.
Yeah, that's probably the next thing out of her mouth.
150.
I've been on scene about 40 minutes. Well over. So you can't see him, though. That's why I'm saying he's behind that. The suitcase is right there, I think, but his body is behind that wall that goes from the kitchen into the dining area.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing I was going to say real quick, that image that I pulled up earlier, I think I can pull it up again. Hang on.
Your crime scene diagram.
Yeah, if you look at where the body is laying next to the suitcase, it makes sense that she would have rolled him out, because they did, like I said, they confirmed he was out of the suitcase when they got there.
Right.
But if she would have rolled him out, but it said that he was on this side of the suitcase. So the fact that, I don't know, maybe we just can't see from inside, from out from the door, but I thought I saw the suitcase.
Didn't we
They could have moved the suitcase.
Didn't we see or hear somebody or Brian say he walked in, or I read it, I don't know. He walked in, saw legs, and turned around and walked out?
Could be. Could make sense. I thought I saw the suitcase, but maybe I didn't. I didn't. There was another thing that I did. It was a snip. This is bad that I did this, but I can't help it. I had to do it. So I brightened the image of just for a few minutes that when he walked into the house.
You're probably qualified to do my job.
See, there you go.
I
Where do you think it is?
He was wearing a black shirt and some camouflage pants. I don't see the suitcase. Okay, maybe that's him. That's not the suitcase.
I don't know.
That looks like that could be his legs right there.
I'm not sure.
I don't either. But there's something right there on the floor, though, right?
Well, okay.
Now it looks
There's
blue.
a pillow. There's a pillow. I see a
That's
pillow on the left. Kitchen on the right.
That's the pillow that they took the buckle swabs from.
Okay.
But right in front of that little thing where the pillow's sitting on, is there not something right there? It looks different as we go, as the light goes off of it. At first I thought it was a person, but it's not. But it's the suitcase?
I don't think so. I don't know.
See, it's so hard to tell because they cut it off. Anyway, I wanted to show you that I'd done that. All right, let's go back to this one.
Huh? Yes, ma'am.
I don't think she understands it's the medical examiner. I think she thinks it's like
I'm good.
doctors or something. Like, did Brian leave?
No, they won't let him leave. They told him to make arrangements for the kid.
He's sitting in his car and she's out there on the ground?
I don't know if he's sitting in his car. I don't know where he's at. They were questioning him.
Huh.
Because that's his car right there next to hers. The Honda or the Toyota. That's a Toyota. No, that's a Mazda. But they told him that they couldn't talk to each other.
Oh.
I'm just going to move my truck.
I'm saying, you know I can watch that door.
Huh?
Are you going to pull in that angle? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. She's still there.
You know, this is a Sunday. And there's like no neighbors out there lurking. Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
That one's done. I take that back. It wasn't a Sunday. It's a Monday. That's why there's nobody out there. Everybody's at work. It was Sunday, the day that they were having their little whatever happened. Okay. The cough-aholic.
Oh.
Chelsea coughs a lot.
The cougher.
Chelsea coughs a lot. Right there, baby.
Yeah, I did not love the demeanor of these two detectives. But then again, I don't like the demeanor of most detectives.
She has like a bitch face to me.
Yeah.
We've already seen this.
Hey, Sarah.
Okay, so there's one last one left. This is going back to that same guy. We've seen this one on the other, because this is when the detectives come out and talk to her.
Somebody, okay?
Yeah, that'll be.
I'm just trying to pull out the pieces we haven't watched.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Go ahead and type.
Okay.
Sit down and type. Just keep like eyes on. Do you have anyone in here?
There's nobody here, just me.
Okay, that's fine. You're right there, right?
Yeah.
Sit there and type. You're fine. I have relief coming, so just get typing.
And that's it. So there wasn't a whole lot that we hadn't already seen. I just wanted to pull it up and watch it. They gave me the body cam of the room again.
from the police station.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen all that.
Lavarse las manos.
Is there a hearing set before the 6th? Or
There's a hearing. There's one Thursday. We got a hearing Thursday to talk about those motions we've been discussing.
okay.
Then they have the pre-trial conference, which is the 24th.
Okay.
They may end up putting another hearing together before then, though.
Be interesting to watch.
We've seen all this. I'm gonna pull this off, and I want to show you some other stuff that came in.
If this case had not become the absolute circus that it is, I would have slid over there to Orlando and gone. But there's no way in hell I'm gonna do it now.
I know. How are you? That's crazy.
I'm not even gonna try. I don't need. There will be people there that will recognize me, and it's gonna be a circus. And that, yeah, I'm just not going to. I'll sit on your live stream if you want.
Okay. I want to show you the physical evidence. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and feel free to leave a comment. Have a blessed day.